So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now, he's got space here. Cristiano Ronaldo is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Played back in. He has cut it out. Defending of the desperate variety. Tries to get it clear. Roberto Carlos. Strong running down that left flank. Great ball if he can get there. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Bullet. Roberto Carlos.
This is the time you need that pace.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cruyff, played back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Opts for safety.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Nedved. Maicon. He's picked his way through. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Cameroon are looking to go forward now.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
He'll be disappointed with that.
And he's opted for the long pass. Nicely weighted ball. Pepe cuts out the pass. Thinks about the shot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Messi. Thuram. And Cruyff! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! Oh, he's missed it.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Zola gets rid without sophistication. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. There's the shot! That was probably asking just too much.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
No, he's not getting past him there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Cruyff cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else.
Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, plenty of early set pieces here. He's got full. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
A probing pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tries to pass it through. He is through here. The ball goes in, and out it comes again. Cantona. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's come to nothing. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Van Bronckhorst. Cantona quietly revving up. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Van Bronckhorst. Ah, that's a fine interception. Zola getting this one clear.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, that is superb, a dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Bullet. Cameroon still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Can he get it through? Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That looks a cracking ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Berry. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Solar. Dida gets it clear. Great vision. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Played into space, and he was quick to react. Tries to play it through, and it's Maicon. Now, can they get him away? Cross into the box. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ball's gone out of play. That's good play. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Now that looks a decent ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Cantona, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 19, Messi. À sa place, le numéro 22, Ronaldinho.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the counter is on. And he welcomes it in. And it's been given away. Best. Lovely. And the finish! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact...
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Cameroon really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they...
And the shot! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
Après 84 minutes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment. And that's it.
Changement pour le Cameroun.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance here to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. That has been cut short. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Short changes him with that pass. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Maicon. Now, can they get him away? Maicon, Jim, one of the world's finest fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm always happy to praise a fullback, Peter, as you know, and this guy's class.
What's especially good about him?
Well, I'd say it's mainly down to his fantastic athleticism. They don't call him the Colossus for nothing. He's got immense strength, pace, physicality, and he contributes so much.
Big chance! He's scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Cameroon are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Out for a throw. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. Shapes to shoot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Davids.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Hullet, and the counter is on. Look at the space here.
Cameroon really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good ball over the top. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Roberto Carlos, and he goes cross-field.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Bergomi. And it's Messi. Cameroon looking to pass their way through. Vieira. Platini. Tries to play it through. That ball looks a good one. Hullet. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Vieira gets it away. Great defending, strong and determined. That's a cute ball. Hullet. That's the keeper's ball. Cameroon are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. The ball has bounced loose now. Davids to Bergomi. Pull it. Now it's Vieri. And that's really well manoeuvred. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Vieira. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And Messi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Looking for options. Chance for a shot! Off the post! Oh, and we hit half-time. So your views on the first half?
Cameroon certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Un petit garçon nommé Jonathan et qui porte une casquette bleue attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Jonathan, casquette bleue.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Davids. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Oh, can he get onto this? Messi. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Platini is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Pullet might just make this. Leicester wins the duel this time. Varane spots it and intercepts. Can he get it through? Shot could be on. Shoots! Played out towards the right wing.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
It's a really well-measured ball. Looking to play him in. Bergomi. And it's Thuram. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Messi. And the shot! It's hit the upright. It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Cruyff duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Cameroon get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He came in hard, very hard. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Gullit. Gullit. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Vieri looks to get on the end of this. And that's been won straight back. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Cameroon are looking to break at pace. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Cameroon really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Not the most accurate pass. Michael. Oh, that's a key interception. Foot in, it's run loose, who's going to get there? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Gullit. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He is through here. Steaming on goalwards.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Good ball. Real chance! They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And yes, it's him again. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that is expertly dealt with. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Cameroon perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Big chance! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Forwards and with intent. Passing is crisp and sharp. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Good read, needed to be. And he's heaved it away. Rafael Varane. The referee's awarded a free kick. Referee's given a throw. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldinho is flagged offside. Can he get it through? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's a searching pass. And it's a corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Zola. And the finish! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Bullet certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Messi. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cameroon are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Ronaldinho quietly revving up. Tries to pass it through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that's nice. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Great work on the overlap. Cafu receives it in a wide position. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Looking for the run. Oh, and the shot! And he's done it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And that was nowhere near his best.
Gullit really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Zola. Van Bronckhorst. Roberto Carlos. Not the most convincing of passes. Cafu. And it's Nedved. Gullit. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And here's Nedved. Nedved.
Cameroon certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Nedved. Cafu. And he was alert to it. Makaleli is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Swung over. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's neat. Gullit receives it in a good position here. Cruyff.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Nedved. And he shoots! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. This possibly the last play of the half. That has been knocked clear. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Here we go again then.
Cameroon really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's a promising position. Pass somewhat off target. He won't be happy with that one. He's played it back.
That's good pressure.
Chance for a shot! Just sails past the upright.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. And he's forced to go back. Bergomi. And here's Gullit. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Cameroon looking to pass their way through.
Cruyff really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Gullit under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react. Just about up to the hour now. Threads one in. Varane calmly anticipates. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cameroon finding their passes. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Ferdinand tries to clear. Berry. And it's Ronaldinho. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cameroon have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Tries to play it through. And here's the chance to counter. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Roberto Carlos goes on a run down the left wing. Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Cameroon must do something here and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Roberto Carlos. Edmilson. Can he get on the end of this? Here comes the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That'll be a throw-in.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 22, Ronaldinho. Le numéro 9, le numéro 11, le numéro 15. À leur place, le numéro 4, le numéro 18, le numéro 8, Roberto Carlos. Le numéro 3, O'Shea.
And here's Roberto Carlos. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. And this is Bergkamp. Roberto Carlos. Looking here to chip it. Shot, surely! It's off target and by quite a way. Zanetti with the slide tackle there. And that's another good win of the ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Platini. Now he's got space here. That's a shade optimistic. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful...